Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing an eggs Benedict, so we will start just by doing a big pinch of salt into some lightly simmering water. We'll add our vinegar, and you can see here I've got a bowl of iced water sitting next to the pot, and I've already cracked my egg into a ramekin. This will help with putting it into the water later. Now pay attention to the water, it is a very light simmer. Next we'll create what's commonly referred to as a vortex, which I think is a massive overstatement of what the water should actually be like when you add your egg. If you add it into a vortex, it will tear the egg apart. We are going to spin the water and then just allow it to just gently calm down a little bit before adding the egg into the center of the pan. As you can see, it will wrap the egg white around the egg yolk, protecting it from overcooking. And we're going to give this 2 minutes exactly. Now a small note is my eggs are not stored in the fridge, so they are room temperature before you start. If you do add your eggs straight from the fridge, you want to add an extra minute to the cook time. Now I've not mentioned this before, but as well as all the equipment I use in all the videos, I do add the recipes in metric and cups in the description below. So this one's ready now. I'll just check that it's firm all the way around that egg yolk to make sure it is cooked, which it is. So now we'll put it into the ice water bath. This will stop it cooking immediately, and we do this so that we can reheat it just for 1 minute later when we're ready to plate. So let's move on to the hollandaise sauce now. So this is an emulsified sauce, so we're going to start with some white wine vinegar. And then I've got 1 bay leaf and just a big pinch of peppercorns here, which will add to that vinegar. And what we're going to do is we're just going to boil this down until there's only about a teaspoon of liquid left. This is just extracting the flavour and concentrating it down so we don't have too much liquid in the final product. So once you've reduced that down to a teaspoon, you can strain that straight into your lemon juice, which is in that last ramekin there. Now we're going to bring some water up again to a light simmer. It should not be boiling, you'll scramble your eggs. So just a light simmer, place a bowl over the top. A metal or glass is ideal, do not use plastic in this instance. And then we're going to add the reduced vinegar and lemon mixture, as well as the egg yolk. We're also going to put in about a tablespoon of water. Now begin whisking this at high speed the whole time, making sure you're covering every inch of that bowl. Anything you left unwhisked will begin to overcook and scramble. So you can see here I'm going up and down, left and right, and all the way around the bowl. And you want to cook it until it just starts to thicken. And then we're going to slowly drizzle in our melted butter, a little at a time, as little as you can, whilst whisking the whole time. And you'll see your mixture will start to thicken gradually, but it will get there. Now, something else to remember here is you essentially are putting a lid on your pan of water by putting this metal bowl on it. So every about 30 seconds you want to lift that off just to let the excess steam and heat out. Now you can see here my hollandaise is starting to get very thick, and I'm actually not going to use the rest of this butter, although please do follow the recipe. I melted more butter than I needed. Now this is actually too thick, and the way to thin this down is quite simply by adding a little bit more water to that. So here's the consistency you're looking for. It should be thick enough to coat whatever it is you're using it for. However, it should also be thin enough that it does run slightly. Okay, so on to plating up. We're going to take half an English muffin, or you could use toast or whatever it is you want, as long as it's a bread product. You're going to butter that. Then we're going to top that with just a piece of ham. You could also use bacon or other pork products like prosciutto. Then we're going to top with our poached egg that we have reheated in that hot water for 1 minute. And don't forget to drain the excess water on a piece of kitchen towel. Now we're going to just nappe over our hollandaise sauce. Nappe just means basically to spoon over, and you'll see it will just run off the edge perfectly. A little bit of salt and pepper on top, and that's it, you're done. Hey, if you learnt anything today, please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you next week. One more thing to remember is that hollandaise sauce will keep for about 30 minutes if you keep it warm, and then it will split, so make sure you make it just before you need it. Oh, and here's what you've been waiting for.